Hi everyone, it's Joshua and James. Special edition of the Joshua and James show, live from London Heathrow. We're still in this beautiful Sofitel restaurant, and after all the excitement from yesterday, we thought this nice, calm water would be very calming for everybody thinking about what are the next steps. Yes,
that's right.
Soothing water. Guys, the purpose of this video is the new product that was announced for USI-TECH is called the Tech Coin.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yep.
And
that's right.
Joshua, as you guys know, is really kind of a specialist in all these ICOs and altcoins and this sort of thing. So what I wanted to do was have him unveil and unwrap for us what does it mean, and just kind of give you a 1, 2, 3 of what an ICO, what an initial coin offering means, and so let's start to do that. For starters, I mean, what is a token? What is an altcoin?
Right.
What is USI-TECH doing here?
Right.
What is the Tech Coin?
Right. So we're familiar with Bitcoin, which is the most well-known cryptocurrency or digital currency, and over the past few years, with Ethereum, which came out more than a couple of years ago, many of these new altcoins have come about,
right,
and are built atop the Ethereum blockchain.
Yeah.
Most of them, not all of them, but a majority of them, like 98% of them, 99% of them. And so the ICO, you may have heard the term ICO, which stands for Initial Coin Offering, is likened to an IPO, Initial Public Offering.
In the stock world.
In the stock world, that's right. And so you have all these new companies that start up, and they have these cool ideas, interesting, fascinating ideas, likely highly profitable ideas that they then convert into, they monetize them by offering this initial coin offering. And by doing so, you're able to, in many cases, invest in these initial coin offerings.
So let's tell people who don't understand maybe the difference between a company and the launch of a coin. Just break that down so people can kind of get the difference.
Okay. Yeah? So the purpose of the coin is that these companies have these ideas. You might be familiar with funding a project before it actually starts. I forget the term of that, it's not coming to me right now, but anyhow, so these companies, to get funding, will create a token, and the idea behind that is the funds that they generate from that token. No, something else.
Okay.
Crowdfunding.
Crowdfunding.
So crowdfunding has become very popular over the past 4 or 5 years. Indiegogo and so on, these organizations. But the idea behind an initial coin offering is very similar, is that the funds that they generate are going towards the development, production, execution of their project. So they monetize the token, which will help them to fund their projects. And you have some tokens, some companies who have a project already. It's been running for a couple of years. The majority of them, however, they are just ideas. So it's become very popular in the ICO world that they're very risky to invest in.
Well, they're almost, I mean, recently you would almost say they're a dime a dozen.
That's right.
There's a lot of them. So, guys, this is one of the reasons we wanted to put out this video, because there's a lot of ICOs that frankly are not, I mean, the majority of them actually will never pay out.
That's right.
So what you want to look for, the ones you can, I mean, there's a high risk market, where you can get in quick and sell out. And then there's 10 or maybe 20 eventually, that are the quality ones, where there's just really something to materialize.
And they have a long-term, positive proposition. Financial proposition.
So the business proposition that USI-TECH is bringing here is not to be one of those flash in the pan, kind of deals, but they're bringing a massive, disruptive new type of technology to the market, connected to the Tech Coin, and trusting that can propel them into the top 15 or 10 of the cryptocurrencies.
That's right.
Yeah, so that's the business proposition.
That's right. And the idea is that if you hold these coins, then as they appreciate in value, your investment or what you own in them will increase as well. And I mean, there are people making.
Well, give us a few examples of, now this is not enticement, but I just want to give you an example. this is why people get in this.
Yeah.
And we'll talk also about what people lose sometimes in
Yes.
these.
Yep.
But we'll also tell you what's the upside. So I want you guys to see the upsides and the downsides. This is not hype, okay?
Right, yeah, exactly. So use an example of Bitcoin itself having gone up from 1,350 to, let's say, 5,000 in 6 months.
Or
Now,
Grace and I bought Bitcoin at $350 3 years ago.
350, yeah,
And now it's worth 6,000.
that's right.
350 to 6,000. So
Yeah.
you can kind of see we've done reasonably well in Bitcoin.
Bitcoin is more stable, I would say, than any other cryptocurrency.
Right.
It's also the big one, right? That's why it's number one on CoinMarketCap.com. But you have these other altcoins, and some of the increases and decreases. Some of the increases are at the scale of 30,000%, 3,000%, literally from the day you get it in ICO. Now they have pre-ICOs, so you can also get it pre-ICO.
Yeah, like a
and
pre-sale.
Pre-sale, and
Yeah.
when you get it in the pre-sale, if they sell out to the maximum number of tokens they're offering, they cancel the ICO. So at that point, the idea is that you've purchased it kind of like when Bitcoin started at, let's say it was 10 cents, and of course going from 10 cents to $6,000, that's what percentage is that?
Yeah,
Right?
that's
So
an insane percentage.
60,000%. So so the idea
Well,
is,
we just had breakfast with somebody.
Right.
Tell his example.
yeah, actually forget, he talked, there are so many
He
things I
bought
got.
it for $4,000 and it's worth $954,000.
That's right, yeah, his 4,000.
4,000 became $954,000.
Yeah, and that was in within a year.
Yeah.
Within a year.
All right.
So
So
yeah,
people get that. I mean, there's fabulous wealth that can,
yeah,
but maybe not be made.
And there's a lot of risk.
There's no guarantee. So let's talk about the risk.
yeah. There's risk.
Yeah.
I mean, when I research an ICO, or when many of the top people research ICOs, if they're going to invest in it, we look at several things. We look at who is the team, because if they have a basic team, or if they have almost no bios, or if you can't find them online,
Right.
you wonder who they are. Number one. Number two is, do they have a white paper? Almost every ICO is going to have a white paper. A white paper is like a business plan, a summary of a business plan for their future. Okay, so you want to see a white paper, but you also want to see what their ultimate product is, and is there going to be value behind it, and what is that value?
That's the key word, guys. So in all these things, an ICO, I mean, the ones that make it have value to their coin
Yep.
beyond just speculative value.
Right. That's right.
That's the
Yes.
key point. So
Yep.
that's what you got to watch for.
That's right. And so the other idea, is it unique? Is it a unique idea? Are there a ton of those already in existence? There are coming out right now a lot of ICOs around real estate, around investments in metals and gold, silver, and connecting them to the tokens. So that's kind of fascinating.
Yeah.
And then you have ones like
TECH-coin.
TECH-coin.
Yeah.
And so TECH-coin is really fascinating. I mean, there's still a lot to understand about it, but it's currently in the pre-ICO
Right.
phase as of right this moment.
Yes.
I think, who knows, we'll see when it hits ICO stage. If it hits that, it may
Yeah.
skip that. But if it does, I mean, it's an incredible opportunity to buy it at the rate that it's at and then see it mature.
Right.
So, and you never know when they'll mature. Some mature right away, some take time, they could take months, they could take a year.
Mm-hmm.
And I found lately the ICO world has changed. So if you were into ICOs or altcoins 4 months ago, 5-6 months ago,
Right.
the whole environment has changed. So now people are investing less in ICOs because they've noticed that the value when you buy it tends to go down, so it's more valuable to buy after knowing it's going to go down.
Mm-hmm.
With this, it's with the tech coin, it's different because it's a part of the USI program.
A broader operation.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so so it changes the structure, the dynamics of it, and understanding, is it worthwhile to buy it now or later? And they also have, there's bonuses and so on.
Yeah,
for,
so there's
you know,
bonuses, and then I mean, in relation to all the coins and where they've gone, some of it is just the market.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
And the market, it has funny ways of picking favorites.
Yeah, that's right.
So there's an unpredictable aspect of it, even though technical traders can say they can kind of predict some things.
Yes.
And then eventually, you know, if you look at the whole range of ICOs or the reasonably credible ones, which ones, when you look at the project, appears to have the greatest upsides.
Right, that's right.
Because upside is where it's at.
Absolutely.
Where it's at.
So
Yeah.
right now, many people actually, this is interesting, I find, is there are people that are getting into cryptocurrencies and saying, we're just going to buy all the top 10 coins.
Right.
So we're going to buy Bitcoin, we're going to buy Ethereum, we're going to buy
Ethereum,
Bitcoin
Classic,
Cash,
Monero,
and
yeah,
we're going to
Ripple,
just buy the
whatever,
top 10,
yeah.
right? And so we're going to hold the top 10. Then you have other individuals who are more into experimenting and exploring and into possible larger returns, so they invest in other ones. Now those are
And then you have riverboat gamblers.
Right. That's right. Yeah, right. Exactly. And so I honestly, I saw an ICO recently that was being launched, and the website looked like a 6-year-old had created the website.
Yeah.
And there was no way I would even consider this. You know, there was basic description. The team had no bios.
Yeah.
You don't know who the advisor, if they have any advisors. So are they even real? Now, I think more and more companies are starting to realize they need to put out some high quality websites.
Right.
But you want to do intensive research on who the owners are, find out how transparent they are, and what the product is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that, I think, it hopefully gives you the picture. Now, let's just describe the typical process, and there's variations of the process. This one's got a pre-sale, and eventually they're going to launch their own exchange.
That's right. Yep.
And there's the value propositions that we heard yesterday in terms of technology and so forth.
Yep.
And they've said they're going to have 1 billion.
That's the tech coin, right?
The tech coin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're talking about tech coin
Yep.
now.
Yep.
Yeah. And currently half of 500 million, half of it is available
For USI.
for the members.
That's right.
For USI-TECH members.
That's right.
In different tranches, and some at extremely low prices, and other
Right.
at starting
Well, there's
starting assessed value.
5 packages, right?
Yeah.
So there's the silver. Well, you can buy. So we'll start off with silver.
Yeah.
Silver, gold, platinum, ruby, diamond. Is that
Silver, gold.
I think
No,
that's it.
bronze.
Bronze.
Bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond.
Diamond.
Yeah.
Okay. And now.
So it's
yeah.
50 euros, 2,500 euros,
That's right.
10,000 euros, 25,000 euros, and 50,000 euros.
Right.
All right. And there's bonuses to the 4 more expensive packages.
That's right.
Basically, the number of coins you get per euro doubles with the higher packages.
That's right.
So there's a huge incentive to put money in.
That's it. Incentive. So there is
Yeah.
incentive to go with the higher ones, because the idea is that in the long term you'll have more extra that is being included with the amount you're buying.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and the idea is that it's essentially like free coin almost. You know, it's
Yeah.
bonus coin. So
Yeah.
you're not you're buying for it by the quantity that you're buying. You're getting the bonus. The bonuses increase as you go higher. So. And the other thing that I've heard is that you can't join them. So if you buy one package and you buy it again, you can't combine them to go to the higher level.
Right.
So they're individual packages.
But yeah, so you're basically just purchasing whatever number of tokens, and you might do that in a one-time purchase, or you might do that on a regular basis, or
Right.
you might save up and buy, you might save up. Another idea, guys, I had the idea, but I've heard a couple other people mention it as well, is maybe pool together.
Yeah, I like that idea.
I think that's a very cool idea.
Yeah.
So get a few people together, pool together, and share in one of those
In the
pools.
larger packages.
In the larger packages.
That's right.
Yeah. So if you could get 50,000 euros or 25,000 euros
Yeah.
together
Yes.
with a group of people,
Yes.
that would be a very clever way to do
Because
things.
then you divide the bonuses amongst all the
Right.
individuals that have joined together. So I love that idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
Oh yeah.
Okay. What else? Now, how about the process? What do we see
So
here?
so generally when you
I use Canadian English when
Yeah.
process.
you haven't said A yet.
I haven't said A yet.
So I'm from Canada. That's why
Yeah.
we have that reference. But so usually in most ICOs you buy into the token with typically Ethereum, but there are many ICOs that accept Bitcoin and Ethereum. Some that accept only Bitcoin, rarely, but some accept Litecoin. So that's a new thing.
And this one's only Bitcoin.
only Bitcoin. So for the tech coin, it's only Bitcoin.
And you can't buy it from your back office, guys.
Right.
This is for regulatory reasons.
If you're in USI already,
If you're in USI,
Yeah, you
well,
can't-
actually, right now you must be in USI to be able to buy it.
yes. But for those that are watching, if you don't know what USI is,
It's free to join.
It is.
So
Yeah, and then you can get into the coin.
Right.
But you need Bitcoin. So basically, you have to have a wallet like blockchain, a Trezor, a Ledger, Zappo, and so on and so on. And then you would buy the coins with those the money in those wallets.
So if you've got money that you've already earned in USI-TECH, you can withdraw that money and then invest separately. And that's for
right.
legal reasons. You can't commingle funds for this kind of business opportunity.
That's right. That's
so
right.
that's legal, technical stuff, and USI-TECH is all about being compliant. So that's the reason. I know some people would find it more convenient to just buy it from their back office, but it can't be done for regulatory reasons. So please be understanding.
And what I've noticed when we made the purchase is once you buy it, it may take some hours for it to be confirmed. So that means if you buy it, you don't see it instantly show up that you've got it.
Yeah,
don't worry.
Don't panic. There is a compliance. They're checking people to be sure that
that's
they're
right.
real. Yeah.
And that's common in most ICOs.
Yeah.
Nowadays they're faster, but with Bitcoin, it depends on how fast the speed of the processing of Bitcoin happens, and depending on your wallet, that can change the speed as well.
Yeah.
So if you're with, I find the fastest ones are blockchain.info, Trezor is really quick, Ledger is quick. I think those are three of the fastest that I know of. And so essentially, if you're buying from those to the tech coin, it might still take 2 to 3 hours, at least so far, and then it shows up, and you're good.
Yeah.
It shows the number of packages you have first, and then after that, maybe about an hour or 2, 3 later, it'll show you the amount of tokens that you have.
Yeah.
So it does show up within a day so far.
Let's close with one more thing, and that's how to balance. If you're in USI, how would you balance things out with the different things that you're doing? And I think most of us, the BTC packages are really profitable. They're earning beautifully.
Yep.
That's our bread and butter.
Yes.
Our beautiful business. We have another product, a Forex product, that will be coming out. I'm guessing toward the end of November, first part of December. It'll be Forex, and the same sort of thing. You put in 50 euros, and you get back 70 euros.
That's right.
In the Forex world over the course of time. So, I mean, everybody has to take their own decisions, but I wouldn't suggest anybody stop buying BTC and switch over 100% to tokens. There's a lot of upside there, but there's also a certain amount of risk. Everybody has to assess that. And any purchase of this nature, you have to make your own risk assessments.
The way I look at it is I really love the bonus. The bonus part is fantastic. The questions that I have still, which I'd like to speak with the owners about, is what will the value of the token be? When will it be released? We don't know that until the white paper comes out.
Right.
So this is pre-sale, pre-ICO, so we're buying in advance. We don't know these things. So those are important.
We're buying because we know the company. We've seen the explanation of the technology, the transparency.
Yes.
We've seen the company explode over 1 year.
The new technology coming out.
Breathtaking.
Oh my God, I can barely comprehend it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm a fan of buying.
Actually, summarize the technology, because maybe some people didn't.
Okay, so the coin itself is going to be connected. The token is connected to the company as a whole.
Right.
But that is, as far as we know, but that's connected to what is behind the company, meaning that the investment in the new mining equipment, and the new mining equipment, from what I can tell, and I'm not a mining expert. You're more a mining expert than I am, having mined Bitcoin. I've never done that. I've only researched it. The type of equipment that they are releasing is...
Well, we're on both sides. We're on Bitcoin and Ethereum.
That's right. It's going to be mining both. And it's also, it is likely the most cutting edge mining equipment on the planet by far.
Yeah.
By far. And so that's...
The biggest cost to mining is electricity.
Right.
And they're cutting the cost of electricity massively, almost down to zero.
Yes, right.
Which no one else can compete with.
Right.
Basically.
So then you combine, if that is how the token is connected, if it's connected to the mining equipment and to the investing in other mining and investing in trading coins, then that gives the value of the token a significant
huge upside.
Absolutely.
So, and that's what we're excited about. But we want everybody to be, that's why you have calming water behind you. Don't freak out. Yeah.
That's right. It's trying to keep us calm too.
Trying to keep us calm.
because we're so excited.
Yeah. But yeah, I would say, again, what I'm going to do is continue to buy Bitcoin packages. I'm going to buy those Forex packages. I am going to make a significant stake in the tokens, but I'm not going to stop the rest of the business.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm not going to devote 100% to the tokens. Now, I mean, I may buy it later, and it'll be more expensive to buy it later, but it still would be enormously profitable.
And still keep going up.
Yeah, it will still keep going up.
Yeah.
So those are the kinds of things. I think, you know, we're going to keep doing webinars and training on this. This is just we wanted to get a first kind of very down to earth explanation for you guys on, you know, what it means and what the process is. And we'll unwrap this. We'll get some other experts also to come and dialogue with us. So any
And it's
closing
also
thoughts?
well, it's also fun because we're actually here in person, and we're normally not here in person together
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah.
So that's another fun part, right?
Yeah.
So
So that's excellent.
yeah, and we're looking forward to the next editions. We're going to have other altcoin experts, cryptocurrency trading experts. We'll bring in some mining experts.
Right.
We might have some ICO CEOs. Ideally, we'll have some top people in USI come in, and so on and so on.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So thanks everybody. Let us know if you have any questions. Like, comment, share, and we'll talk to you on the
And
next
put
one.
the thumbs up on the video
yeah.
on the YouTube channel.
We like thumbs up.
Yeah. Thanks,
All right.
guys.
All right.